What's up, Cub fans? Pretty exciting Friday afternoon game. Cubs just got to keep winning, and they did that today. They beat Cardinals 8-4. So after starting that Pittsburgh series bad, losing the first two games, they won the last two, and then they won against the Cardinals. They have a three-game winning streak. Yeah, if Cubs sweep Cardinals, no matter what the Brewers do, they would win the division by a game, and Milwaukee would get the card. So pretty cool. Uh, Hendricks is pitching like the ace, but what I'm hearing, Lester will be the game one starter. But good situation for Hendricks to be in. Pitched his third game in a row where he pitched, at least starting the eighth inning. He made it through 8 innings today. They got him a 4-0 lead. Rizzo got a hit, big hit. Hayward got like a sacrifice. Brian hit a home run, 3-0. A lot of good at-bats. We had at least three big hits with runners in scoring position. Drew a lot of walks. Elmora helped break it open with a 2 RBI hit. That's pretty cool. Just a great day. Hendricks had a low pitch count. I think he walked one of the walks I didn't agree with. Got kind of squeezed, but did give up 3 doubles. Cardinals have some good hitters, but when he got in jams, he was able to pitch out of it. Maybe if the bullpen wasn't so overworked, they would have pulled him sooner, but everything worked out. He pitched 8 innings, and then bottom of the 8th, we went from 5-2 to 8-2 up. Put in De La Rosa. Could almost put in anyone, but I didn't mind De La Rosa, even though he may have a shot at making the playoff roster. He's only gave up like 3 runs since he's came to Chicago, and I think 1 or 2 defense could have been better. But yeah, De La Rosa, don't let the 2 runs that scored fool you. We made 2 errors that inning. It's unfortunate. Sloppy conditions. Both teams made 3 errors too, but maybe that's not an excuse. But yeah, the most important thing, Hendricks reset the bullpen. Now the last 2 games, if needed, you can pitch Chavez, Cizek, Wilson both games if you have to. I mean, because we'll see. Hamels pitched a dud last time. Probably, without a doubt, his worst game. He's been pretty solid majority of his games. Maybe a little bit of regression from how he's starting, only giving up 1 run or no runs and quality starts. But he's really only had like 1 horrible game, and that was last time. So hopefully he can help us clinch tomorrow. Our magic number is 2. Best case scenario would be if Brewers can lose tonight, and then Cubs play at noon. They could walk out with the win. They can have things clinched, and then the last game on Sunday, they can just put in their reserves and, just make sure guys don't get injured and stuff like that. But that would be great. The way it's looking, it looks like it'll probably come down on the last day. Crazy. And it's not like the Cubs choke. They didn't play their best baseball in September, but, they won 94 games. You have to give them credit. That's a lot of wins. And, they have a chance to win 95. Say they split against the Cardinals, they can win 95 games and finish tied with Milwaukee and have to play that playing game, which no one wants to do that playing game because you really want the rest. But if you have to, you have to. But you still can't discount what Cubs have done this year through a lot of adversity, injuries, bad weather, a lot of games in a row with the bad weather. Not easy, and you can make excuses, and but if they to win 94 games, considering all that. Last year they only won 92, so we have a chance to finish with 96 wins. Pretty cool. It's also cool to eliminate the Cardinals. They're kind of on life support with 2 games left. Either Colorado or the Dodgers are going to win that division. Dodgers been slipping, losing a couple in a row, so now they're in the wild card spot. Uh, Pretty interesting. It's a tough division Cubs are in. Pittsburgh has a winning record. I didn't know if they were going for a rebuild, but yeah, they have some solid starting pitchers that have a lot of quality starts, and they still have some pretty good hitters. So you can't take them lightly. I mean, they beat Milwaukee 5 in a row for a reason, and the Reds, showed some fight after they fired their original manager, and if they could figure out their starting pitching. They have the bats too, and they have a couple pitchers that are doing decent. So, but that's next year to worry about them. Cubs, we know we're going to play in October, either a wild card or a division. We certainly want the division. I like the team's attitude. They didn't celebrate clinching the playoffs. They have bigger goals. Madden had a meeting with them and a couple days ago, and they seem to respond with a couple more wins. So that's awesome to see. And man, Hendricks just did what we really needed to. We had a lot of top bullpen arms that either wouldn't have been available, or if you threw them out there, they probably would have been effective. And you hate to see a guy get injured getting into the playoffs. And one name we haven't heard about, Strop. His goal is to come back the last 2 games of the year, so that would be Saturday. But I haven't heard anything more other than he's been kind of running and looking decent, but he hasn't thrown off the mound, so I don't know how that's going to play out. But Cubs just got to keep winning. Hopefully we get some good news tonight. I know people act like Brewers have no chance to get beat by the Tigers, but they did beat a pretty good St. Louis team 2 out of 3 not too long ago. So it is baseball, and that Zach Davies, he's not having a great year. He's like 2-7 with a high 4 ERA. So it can be done. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes in baseball you're due to have a bad game. Brewers didn't have the best hitting game yesterday, only scored 2 runs, but it was enough to win the other day. So exciting news, Cubs. Magic number is 2 with 2 games left. Brewers have 3 games left. They play tonight. We'll see what happens. Go Cubs, go.